Joan asked for 5 minutes, and then I wanted to turn the time over to our next speaker. Joan, right there.
Is she at the podium here?
Hello. No, I just want to take a minute and just give you a glimpse from my perspective on the campaign. There are a lot of people that thank. We have not even begun our thank yous. So let me just say that if you haven't been thanked and you were working on the campaign, you will be. Just give us a little while. We got to see the party, warts and all. And what I take from it is that we have some great people in this party. We really do. Great people. People who believe in what's good and right and pure. We've got people that believe in God and have the right worldview. We also have people who are tired, who have fought the race for a while. They haven't had enough success to feel encouraged. We have a bunch of discouraged people who are looking for reasons and people to, and I just say this, I'm not going to go into any details, but they're looking for excuses and reasons why we're not better than we are or bigger than we are, and why ballot access is so difficult and why we're not getting there, and people aren't doing this right and people aren't doing that right. And that's just discouragement. And I think it's up to the National Committee, the Executive Committee leading them, to encourage the states. Now remember, when you have children and you want to encourage them, sometimes that includes a kick in the, what. So some states need that. Some states need to be told, we're here to help you, but you're an autonomous state. What your state, and I'll use Tennessee because I think we're the only ones still here from Tennessee, so we're talking to us. You're responsible for Tennessee. You're responsible for getting Tennessee on the ballot. That is your responsibility. That's your state. It will help you all the way down the line if you do it. It is going to take hard work, and you should have started yesterday. Okay? That's still loving, and it's encouraging. Where people get messed up, I think, is that they look to the National Committee and to the Executive Committee and say, you aren't doing enough, or you're making the wrong decisions, or you're not doing this or that. They've been around for a long time. And the truth is, participation in those organizations, those parts of the organization, as you see today, the Executive Committee looked at resolutions, but they don't get to choose whether we pass them or not. That's up to us, the National Committee. So if you're not here, you have no say in what happens. Every state should have a representative here. So from the campaign standpoint, what I saw were states where people were waiting for help from the campaign, where their own people weren't interested enough, that when we came to their state and campaigned in their state, we went to one state, we spent 3 days there, we saw one person from the party. One person. And they were new and didn't know anything. Okay? That's not a shame on you. I'm just saying that's what we saw. And it's out there. And I knew it was out there, but I didn't think it was as bad as it was in some places. We also went to states that had concentrated on local campaigns and the national campaigns. And it was a delight to be among all the people who were of like mind. And when you're bringing new people into the party, like during a campaign, you've got to be excited. So that's an area that I think that I saw in the campaign where we weren't excited as a party. And whether it was the candidate you weren't excited about, or whether it was you know, the party, the way the party's run that you weren't excited about, whatever it was out there, that is what we're talking about with the negativism. And it's up to the state. I mean, it is a state issue. It's not a national issue. We run this party just like the country should be run. The state's represented in a group called the National Committee that runs the party. And if that's not happening, it's because the representatives aren't making it happen. Okay, the other thing I found was that there are some people in this party that are some of the most giving and supportive people ever. I mean, I've been around a lot of different organizations, but I will tell you that there are people like the Blazeks. Words can't tell you the support that they've given us. Karen was absolutely my lifesaver, and all these people, and then there were tons of people in all the states who did background stuff that you'd never know they were there. We found out in Indiana, there was some guy in Indiana that was just doing all this work and got us 1,400? 1,900 votes.
Not finished counting.
And we didn't think we were going to get anything there. We just didn't think we were going to get anything. We never knew these people were out there. It's up to the states to find out. So this is the last thing I want to say. Frank and Jerry have a list of people who came through the website during the campaign, their names and some contact information, whether it's, I'm not sure exactly what all was in it. You'll find out this afternoon, I assume, when Jerry gives his, you're
Yes,
going to be
on
getting
Nation Builders.
Nation Builders. The state just needs to ask for it. Y'all, some of those, Tennessee, we thought we had, a few hundred. We had a whole bunch. And these are people who you might not ever see come to a meeting. But they came to us, which means there's interest. And if you don't take those lists and do something with them, you're wasting what's the point? If you're trying to grow, if you need new leadership or new younger people coming in to become new leaders and expand and whatever, here it is. You can probably find someone from every county. If you're trying to grow your counties, you can probably find out. You can find out where their interest was, not where you're going to go out and try to make interest. So I want to encourage you to do that. That came from the campaign. People like Carolyn, who helped us with ballot access. Frank, Frank and I don't know. It's almost like I'm on some kind of I have to get over this. I don't get a call from Frank every 6 hours, or vice versa. I'm not calling him because that's how strongly we were working together. So to y'all who were out there watching the campaign, let me just tell you, if you were on Facebook and you helped us with social media, you are our heroes. We had more fun with that and live streaming. I thought Daryl would, I told him he's going to just talking to his phone, and I thought, oh, he's never going to want to do this. And he loved it, and he just jumped into it. But that came from people all over the country. We had a person from Michigan who taught me how to do it. I was horrified at the thought. We had people telling us how Facebook worked. I don't know. I still don't know that I like it. But, y'all, there are a lot of people in this party that can make this party great. And we have to use them. We have to find them. We have to use them. And we have to help them figure out a way in each state to send representatives, whether it's everybody chipping $25 a year to send one person or whatever. But we're glad that everybody's here. I'm particularly glad to see Brian, who I've not met. Is it Brian? From Ohio. And I guess that's all I have to say. But thank you, everybody.